centre court.
Is raised thereof. A late withdrawal was 11 Craig Star. So just the 10. The Very Man first to show over the first flight, followed by Unaccepted and Jason the Militant. White cap of Helen Earth on the outside. That's the grey horse as they turn into the straight. On their way to flights 2 and 3, and it's the Very Man settling down in the lead, followed by Unaccepted. Jason the Militant is third, and fourth is Helen Earth, and they're followed by, on the inside is Barn of Dawn. Bentham is on the outside of Even Flight, and then comes 3 Jacks, Swaljon Teal, and at the back of the field all the Mollies as they come away from the second flight. And the Christmas parties at Fairyhouse, December 14th, 2 Mile Maiden. And Bentham has raced through the field to pick it up, has moved on a length in front of the Very Man, then Helen Earth, and on the rail is Unaccepted. A long time off this horse, but in the right hands. Jason the Militant next with 3 Jacks and Barn of Dawn. Even Flight is 2 behind all the Mollies and Swaljon Teal. A circle in front of them, heading away from the stands to flights 4 and 5. On the uphill run. All hurdles being jumped in this fourth race. There's Bentham and Jonathan Moore lead the Very Man, and Davy Russell, tracked by Helen Earth, Keith Donoghue on board the grey, and then Unaccepted and Mark Walsh, and Jason the Militant in between horses, and then 3 Jacks and Even Flight, all the Mollies, Barn of Dawn, and a couple of lengths to Swaljon Teal, the back marker. Going away from that flight, taking them towards the halfway stage. Bentham on the outside of the Very Man, followed by Helen Earth. Unaccepted tracks on the inside of Jason the Militant. And 3 Jacks, Even Flight, Barn of Dawn, all the Mollies, and 2.5 lengths to the back marker, Swaljon Teal. Heading down the far side to the halfway stage, Bentham half a length in front of the Very Man. Just third on the outside is Helen Earth. Then Jason the Militant, Unaccepted, now back 5th. Then 3 Jacks and Even Flight, as they jump the hurdle right over on the far side of the track. Bentham by a length to the Very Man. Helen Earth is third on the outside of Jason the Militant. Unaccepted is next, and then comes 3 Jacks, Even Flight, Barn of Dawn, all the Mollies, and Swaljon Teal. Racing now to 4 flights from the finish. And it's Bentham holding on to that half a length to 3/4 of a length advantage over the Very Man, who's joined for second by fellow Chickenstown runner Helen Earth, then Jason the Militant, followed by 3 Jacks and Unaccepted, and Even Flight next. The final 3 are Barn of Dawn. Swaljon Teal on the outside joins all the Mollies in rear. They've just completed a circuit, 3 flights left to jump, and it is Bentham and the Very Man, less than a length between them, followed by Helen Earth. Slight mistake there by the Very Man, and is losing second to Unaccepted, who's gone through on the inside, as the Very Man has regained composure and has gone up in between Unaccepted and Bentham, then Helen Earth on the outside with Jason the Militant. as they turn into the straight with 2 to jump, and Unaccepted and Mark Walsh have gone through to pick it up from the very man who's come under pressure, then Bentham, who's dropped back. Jason the Militant is next, but over 2 out, Unaccepted is clear. A faller there was Even Flight. Coming down towards the final flight and the Christmas parties at Fairyhouse, December 14th, maiden hurdle. Unaccepted comes to the last and safely over from the very man, 8-10 legs back. And then comes Bentham and Jason the Militant. But Unaccepted is overcoming quite a long absence on the track and will win ease down for Mark Walsh. Willie Mullins, and in second place, Jason the Militant was running on the outside of the very man.
Well, they've been blown away. Absolutely blown away, Jason the Militant, Debbie Tinton, the very man, in and amongst it for the placings.